Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Behind me you can see the Tif Galop, which basically I already did the test run. So basically what you're going to view in the video is me testing this in the stand-up position, doing kind of like a speed comparison between the phone's GPS and the actual GoPro GPS. I occasionally looked at the speedo on this, but once again, in the stand-up position, it's a whole different animal, to me anyways. So there's obviously, you'll see in the video, the speed I was going and stuff. It's hard to tell that you get a wobble here or there because in the video, the GoPro really does a good job of stabilizing everything. So you don't get the full effect of kind of what's going on. But believe me, I was rocking and rolling during this video. And I mean, death grip the whole time doing it, which, you know, standing up, doing anywhere like those speeds, basically you're gripping that thing pretty tight. So watch the video and we'll basically go over at the end of kind of what went on and, you know, ultimately what the difference was in the GPS screen. So stay tuned, watch the video, and we'll be back shortly. Alright, so I'm going to take the old scooter out, and I'm going to basically, the goal today is to see what compares. I got the phone's GPS versus the GoPro's GPS, so let's see what we can actually do. highest I think I've seen was like 45, 46 on the phone, but obviously I'll have that in the video versus what the GoPro GPS was saying. To be honest with you, I wasn't really looking at the scooter that time. We'll pay attention to the TF100 screen on the way back, and I'll try to see what that is comparing to. I'll just read out the numbers from that, and then basically they'll, you know, you'll see the difference between the numbers and the other two things showing up on the screen. Spin that over here. But I'm doing the standing, I don't have the seat on the scooter right now, and doing these speed tests standing, it's way different. It's like you definitely feel that wobble. It's not really a sharp wobble, but occasionally the scooter feels like it kind of goes from side to side, which is kind of makes you hold on for like dear life. So you end up giving it the death grip the whole time. I'm not sure. It is windy today, so basically that could be a big problem. It's the wind, but I know people said these things do have a wobble, and I'm noticing it's basically when I'm standing up on this thing, I don't notice it. If it has it, I don't notice it as much when I'm sitting down, but definitely standing up, you can feel that wobble going on. And it looks like we're going to be fighting our way into the wind here, so I'm thinking our times are not going to be that good going back, because for one thing it's cold, and for the other thing we'll be fighting the wind on the way back. I'm actually not even looking forward to it, because it is pretty cold right now. And when I say cold, some of you are going to laugh, it's like 60 degrees, and I consider that cold. So I like the temperature right around 80. 80 degrees is good for me. 60 degrees, way too cold. Alright, so I'm just going a little bit slow here, taking in the views. I'm going to kick this thing into dual motor, and we'll get going. So I think the highest the scooter was saying I was doing 49, and obviously I think it was only showing like 43 or something on my phone's GPS. It was showing 43 when it was saying 49, so I obviously definitely know I wasn't going 49. Hey guys, welcome back. So obviously you watched the video and you could see that unfortunately the GoPro took a little bit to actually get the signals coming from the satellite. So that, I don't know how different, because unfortunately that's something I add later on. It takes basically some little ingenuity when you go into the GoPro app, the quick app, in other words, and you add that little graph up top with the speedometer in it. So I don't actually physically get to see if that's working correctly when I'm actually filming the video. So that's why, unfortunately, some videos may have it working quickly, some videos it may not. So I might just have to turn the GoPro on, wait a little while until it actually connects with the satellites, which I'm not going to know. It's just going to be a waiting period, and then take off maybe shortly after I turn the GoPro on. The bad thing is with the phone, you try to time everything when you turn everything on the same, so I don't have a lot of syncing to do later on between the phone's video and the GoPro's video, which can get crazy. If you guys ever tried it, you probably know what I'm talking about. So either way, it was cold, 60 degrees down here in Florida. Feels cold to me now. I've been down here a while. And then on top of that, doing 40-something miles an hour on a little thing like this without a windscreen or anything, you feel cold. So, I mean, it probably drops another 10, 15 degrees while you're on it, going that fast. So, yeah, it was chilly doing this test. Do I like doing the test without the seats on? Without the seat on? No, I don't. The seat to me actually is a totally different comfort level. If you have this thing and you ride it with a seat or without a seat, some of you guys that maybe rode scooters for a long time or whatever may like this option without the seat on, but me, I feel way more secure doing these speed runs, especially at those speeds with the seat being on versus standing up on this thing. When you stand up on it, you pretty much act like a big wind barrier. So those speeds there probably could have been better, maybe if I tried to tuck over or something, but with the wiggles that you get on the scooter standing up when you're going that speed, you can't tell because the GoPro is actually doing a really good job of stabilizing the video, but I'm actually moving around a lot doing that. So, and I mean, when you're moving like that and you're standing up, it kind of feels a little, so, I mean, to me, I'll do more of these tests without the seat on, but comfort level, definitely all day long, hands down, I prefer to have the seat on this thing. And honestly, with the seat, from some of the other videos that I did, I noticed that the seat, I think I hit 47 miles per hour with the seat on before, and that's on the GoPro, which seems like it gives me a slightly slower overall speed, just slightly on the overall speed the GoPro does. And that actually showed 47 one time when I had the seat on, and that wasn't going down any hills or anything like that, so it was kind of weird. So I did get a higher speed, but there wasn't the wind that I had today, and the temperature was warmer, which I know makes a difference with these batteries. Just like the electric cars and stuff like that, they work better when the temperatures are warmer versus colder. So, yeah, I can't complain anything so far about the Tif Galop. I'm loving it so far. I have about a little over 100 miles on this thing. It's like 110 maybe or something on there right now. The tires are holding up, but I can see that there's going to be some wear on these tires quickly because the Tif Galop 88 has the knobbies on it. So considering that I'm not always riding this thing in the dirt, I'm on the street a lot, or the sidewalks, these tires, I can almost guarantee I'm going to wear these down really fast. The brakes are holding up beautiful. I had one issue so far with hitting a curb or something like that. I was jumping off a curb, and there's a little portion on here, and I'll do a video on it later on, of something that I had to adjust because it actually started going into the caliper, or not the caliper, it was going into the actual disc. There's like a bottom portion on here with an adjustment on there, and it went into the disc, and I was getting some rubbing, and I was like, what the hell is that? I thought I actually warped the disc, but it was just that piece that kind of, it was actually the electronic braking, the bottom little portion of it where it connects. There's a slot and an Allen wrench, and that actually went into the disc. So that's been the only issue I've had so far. I do like the extendable handlebars on this thing, which are super nice, because when I sit down, obviously I don't want them jacked up way up here. But when you're standing up, it is nice to have the handlebars come up to you versus having to like feel like you're hunching over for the handlebars. So that, the lights on this work fantastic, and I'll do some more night videos of how the headlights work at night and stuff like that, because they are super bright. I mean, incredibly bright headlights on this thing. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. But that's it for now. Until the next video, peace and stay safe.